Hi, my name is Ashley, and I run the Instagram page Trap Pray Love. That's my company. And today we are going to talk about my boobs. So if you're thinking about getting breast implants or breast augmentation surgery, this is the video for you. We're going to be talking about my recovery. We're going to be talking about pain, where I went, which doctor I chose. So if you're interested in all of those things, then stay tuned. So first, why did I get breast implants? I've always wanted bigger boobs. All of the women in my family have D's. I wasn't completely flat chested, but I was in a 32B was my cup size before I got breast implants. And I always just was a little self-conscious about my boobs, especially after I had my son. After I had my son, my boobs, my nipples got like really big and dark. And I heard that's like a genetic thing for mothers. So when they have their newborn, so the newborn that can't really see really well can find where to breastfeed at. And I just didn't like the way that my boobs looked after I was done breastfeeding. They were definitely just like flat and very saggy. So I just knew that I wanted implants. I wanted just the fullness, and I just wanted to look more feminine. So where did I go? Which doctor did I use, and how much was it? I went to Mia Asthetics in Miami. My doctor's name was Dr. Wright. I love Dr. Wright so much. Dr. Wright, she's a woman. And I just felt like she understood my vision. Just because I was going to Miami, I felt like a lot of the other doctors that were male probably are kind of desensitized to the look I was going for. They were looking for more of like the Instagram model video vixen thing, which was kind of what I was going for, but I just didn't want to look super duper fake. So I really felt like she understood me. Basically, she asked me like, what was I going for? And I was like, I want them to be big, but I want them to fit on like my small frame. And I feel like that's what I got. So I'll like kneel up a little bit so you can see how my frame is. So I have like a pretty small waist, but I definitely wanted my boobs to just like be big, but not look like crazy big. Look, my profile is a little insane though. A little insane, but yeah, I'm pretty small, but I definitely wanted them to be big. So this was definitely the look that I was going for. Super happy with Dr. Wright as far as my breast implants. Okay, so let's talk about Mia Asthetics for just a split second. I haven't dealt with them in over a year because I got my breast implants a year ago, but communication with them a year ago was so insane. It made me a little scared that the company was fraudulent. They weren't. But just the communication of that place down in Miami was just really rough. You could tell that they were like overworked and overbooked. So it made me a little scared dealing with them. I hope that their customer service has improved. They completely screwed up big time when it comes to like just booking my surgery in general. Okay, so let me just give you like a little story time side story with Mia Asthetics. So I originally booked my surgery in October with my surgery date being May, Cinco de Mayo. When I booked my surgeon, I chose originally a doctor named Dr. Gray. However, 2 days before my surgery, everything is paid for in cash, by the way. Flight is booked. Recovery house, because I was staying in a recovery house, is booked. I get a phone call from a receptionist in Miami saying,
hey, we'll have to cancel your surgery because your doctor doesn't work here anymore. He's in Atlanta.
What, bitch? What? What, bitch? Mind you, I just paid them close to $15,000 in cash, okay? So I instantly was like,
okay, guess I'm going to Atlanta where my surgeon is.
So I switched my flight to Atlanta, and then I tried to get in a recovery house because I have no family in Atlanta. And Mia Asthetics were like, well, if you don't have anyone to take care of you, we're going to have to cancel your surgery and give you a refund. And I was like, what? What the fuck do I do? And so on the phone going back and forth with them, and I'm like, look, can I still go to Miami and just pick a new surgeon, whatever surgeon that you have open? I know everyone's board certified. I just do not want to waste all of this money. I did not take a lot of leave off for my job. I have a lot going on with this. So they ended up finding that Dr. Wright was free. And so I booked with Dr. Wright, crisis averted. Everything is going to be the same, except now I have a new doctor. But here's the thing. I just switched my flight to Atlanta because you guys told me to switch it to Atlanta if I still wanted my surgery. And now you're saying that, nope, it's cool. We'll still do it if you can do Miami. So I switched my flight back to Miami. There was a $200 cancellation, rebooking fee or whatever with the airline, which they did not cover because Mia Aesthetics were like, sorry, we don't pay any travel fees. But nigga, I would not have had to change anything if you wouldn't have fucked up. So that was just my experience with Mia Aesthetics. Yeah, I was mad. Okay, so let's talk about pain and recovery. I did not just only get my boobs done when I got my boobs done. I got a mommy makeover. So that was boobs, a tummy tuck, and liposuction. I'm not gonna lie, the tummy tuck, did not feel it. I was fine. Liposuction, did not give a fuck. But the boobs, I think because I went so big,
felt horrible.
Like, people say it feels like something is sitting on your chest. Yes, that's true, but you cannot move your fucking arms. It is painful to move your arms. Like, if I could rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how painful it was, do not believe these other YouTubers. That bitch was a 10. It was a motherfucking 10, okay? I was taking my medication around the clock and it still was not helping. I ended up having to get a muscle relaxer because I was having so much pain. When I went back to see my doctor a day later for her to check my shit after a day, I was like, nigga, I need something more. And they ended up giving it to me. So I stayed in the recovery house for a week and then I came home. The pain really was bearable after the first 3 days. So after about 2 weeks, I was back to work. And the only reason it was 2 weeks I was back to work is because I also had a tummy tuck as well. But the pain from the breast surgery went away in about 3 days. Some women, they're even back to work the next day. I just gave myself 2 weeks just because I had all of that done. Sorry, I'm looking down. I'm looking at my notes. I did have to wear a boob strap because my boobs were riding very, very high. They're riding high, so I had to wear it. It's super uncomfortable because underneath your arms, it just feels like it's squeezing you. So I would just take a pair of MJ socks and pad it before I put my boob strap on. I ordered my boob strap off of Amazon. I could also link it as well if you're wondering about that. So as far as pain, the pain then versus now, then pain was a 10. Okay, after about a week, from about a week to 2 weeks, no pain. It wasn't bad. Now, every now and then I get little shooting pains in my boobs that I kind of gotta massage away. And that's because the nerve endings are reattaching after they had to redo my nipples because I actually got a breast lift as well. So I have new nipples, but every now and then I'll get little shooting pains and I'll be like, ah, fuck. It feels like someone is stabbing me in the titty, and it'll go away after I kind of just massage it a little bit. But I virtually have no pain. It is a little sore around the incision area where they cut me underneath. And I just have to kind of make sure it's moisturized so it's not irritating me. So things that I did not know before getting breast implants. The first thing was the settling time. Everyone's time for settling is extremely different. A lot of people, a lot of forums say online that it takes about 6 months for your boobs to finally settle. My boobs didn't start settling into where they are now, where they look more natural, literally until a year later. So, waiting for a car to go by. You can imagine how scared I was getting 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, and why haven't my boobs just kind of settled into place? It fully took a year for my boobs to start looking normal. So I thought something was wrong with them. I thought they were just gonna be stuck. I thought I had a botched surgery, but I literally just had to be patient. I had to wait for gravity to just do its thing. The other thing that I did not know about getting new boobs was that the sensation it comes back at different times for different parts of your boob. This boob, my nipples are like super sensitive after a year. This one, I still really can't feel shit that's going on. I hope the sensation comes back to this nipple at some point in time, because it definitely just feels like weight on my body. So this is like definitely my favorite boob. Even like during sex, I'll be like trying to get this one in there, like, no, touch this one. I don't give a fuck about this boob, come on. But yeah, so that's another thing that I just didn't know. Any tips that I have for someone thinking about getting breast implants? The first tip is do your research. There are lots of videos online, a lot of girls that are telling stories like this. Just don't follow anyone's advice blindly, but definitely soak up as much information as you can before you actually get the surgery. There's a really good website called Real Self, and they have an app, the Real Self app, and that really helped me see real pictures of real women, their real results, and you may even find your own doctor and see their work and real stories from women. So that is, do your research. That is the best advice that I could give anyone. The next piece of advice that I would give anyone doing any type of plastic surgery whatsoever is go to a board certified surgeon in the States. If you go anywhere outside of the US and get plastic surgery done, and if that slight chance that it may end up being botched, no plastic surgeon will correct your surgery. They will not touch you. So spend the money, go to a board certified surgeon. If anything happens, if one boob is too high, if you need to get anything revised and fixed, you can go back to that surgeon or at least another surgeon in the US. Don't take the cheap way out when it comes to your body. It is extremely dangerous. Make sure that you go to someone that is board certified. You do not want to be in Mexico and wake up and find yourself in a hospital with your IV being an upside down bottle of Sprite, okay? So just literally do the smart thing. Do not be cheap when it comes to this shit. And the last piece of advice that I would give anyone, after you get your surgery, please do not obsess. It'll drive you crazy. I drove myself crazy because my boobs were not settling as fast as everyone told me that they were going to settle. And it was just too fucking much. Like, it was just too fucking much on me. Do not obsess. Not obsessed. Do not obsess. Be patient. It took me a year to see results. It took me a year. So if you don't have any like crazy lumps or anything, they just seem like they're riding a little too high, just be patient. It is normal. Do not drive yourself crazy. Things like this take time, okay? That is what I have for. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Also, if you would like to buy any of my products or book a tarot read with me, go to trappraylove.com. See you guys until next time.